Hi, and welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be doing a glute focus reformer workout for you today. We are going to start with our box on lengthwise, and we're going to start by mobilizing the spine before we really get into it. So when you are ready, I'm going to be on one blue spring. My bar is going to be down. If you don't have a blue spring, whatever your medium spring is. And then we are going to come onto hands and knees. So let you get your box on. Hands are going to be under shoulders, and knees are going to be under hips. And we're just going to start with a nice cat-cow, taking a deep inhale through your nose. Rounding your spine, tucking that tailbone, looking between those knees without cranking your neck. And then sinking the belly, arching the back, big exhale. Good, big inhale to round. Big exhale. Good, deep inhale. Now you're going in a range of motion that feels comfortable for your body. So if one direction doesn't feel good, you're just going to ease out of that range of motion a little bit. So feel free to adjust your range of motion based on how your body is feeling today. Good. One more in each direction, and then we're going to find our neutral spine here. Good. So you're going to come in between those two ranges of motion. So you're allowed a slight dip in your low back if that feels comfortable for you. We're going to take that right arm and we're going to weave it under the left. We're going to come into a thread the needle. So getting into some thoracic rotation. We're going to do about 4 per side. That left arm can bend as you dip towards that box, and you're going to open the chest to the right. Again, you're going to go in a range of motion that feels good for you. Good, one more on this side. And then a right hand comes to the box, the left hand is gonna weave through under, and then you're gonna open to the left. Trying to increase the range if that feels okay for you each repetition. Taking your breath with you. Good, and then hands come back down to the box. From here, we are going to sit on the box and we are gonna grab those straps. So for this next one, you are welcome to add more springs at any point in time. I'm gonna stick to a blue, but if you ever wanted to, you can just grab onto more of your strap to make it harder. But again, by all means, please feel free to add more springs. So to start, we're just gonna warm up that core a little bit. You're gonna plug those shoulders into the sockets, chest is wide and proud on the sitting bones. Good, you're gonna start to tuck your tailbone without letting your shoulders reach away from you. You're gonna bring the straps with you, keep the elbows straight. You're rolling down as far as you feel comfortable, and you're gonna slowly sit up tall. So what I see a lot of people doing is they start to pull into a row, but we're not gonna be doing that quite yet. Good, so plug those shoulders into the sockets, keeping your chin tucked. And I'm just on the ball of my feet here. Feet are on that headrest. Beautiful. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, you curl. Nicely done. On this next one, you are gonna go back halfway. We're gonna turn the hands to face the ceiling. We're gonna add in a bicep curl. You release that curl, and then you sit tall. Good, deep inhale, prepare. Tip back, adding in that bicep curl. And then sitting up tall. So you're just gonna break that down into that roll back. You add in that bicep curl, you release the curl, and then you can sit up. Good, warming up those arms, warming up the core. Good, the next time you roll back, you're rolling back about halfway. Can you bring one leg into tabletop as you bicep curl? Bring that foot down, release bicep curl, stay back, other leg. And then you sit tall. So we're adding in that hip fold as long as it feels okay for you. Keep weaving those ribs in, keep that chest as wide and proud as you can. Nicely done. Good. Then next time you go back, you are gonna hold, you're gonna roll. We're gonna go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you're gonna come up nice and tall. From here, we are going to crisscross those straps. You're gonna sit nice and tall. We're gonna get into the back a little bit here, and then we are gonna slowly work into some glute work. So crisscrossing the strap, we're gonna come into a single arm row, other arm reaches long. Good, and we're gonna add rotation. So I'm gonna pull and rotate to the right, elbow leads, and then back to center. Left arm bends, you rotate left. Right arm has lots of energy through it though as well. It's like you're pulling a bow and arrow. Again, if this isn't enough tension, you can grab up that rope a little bit, or you can just add a spring. So it will look like this. Nicely done. Taking it nice and slow. We're gonna do one more each side. Good, and then we are going to uncross those straps. From here, we are gonna ditch that left strap. So you can just place it on the floor in the well, and then we are going to switch positions. So just be careful here. You're gonna take your left knee and shin and place it on the box. Your right foot is just going to be right beside that box. Left hand is supporting. We're gonna come into a single arm arc. Good. So pulling that arm all the way back. Keeping your gaze forward, trying not to sink through that left shoulder. If you wanted to, you could always try and challenge your balance and do no hands, but it does feel nice to have that extra support. Final burn through the arm before we really get into those glutes. You're gonna bring that arm straight back and hold. Can you bend the elbow for 10, for 9, for 8, for 7, last 6, big squeeze, 5, you got this, 4, last 3, last 2, last 1, and then that arm can come all the way down. Ooh, that was spicy. We are gonna take that strap and we're gonna place it around your right foot. So shoulder should be prepped for some weight bearing work. We are gonna be on hands and knees on the box still. If you need to scooch over to the right so that strap doesn't hit you, you can do that, but just find a nice supportive position where knees are under hips. If at any point you need to go into your forearms, you feel free to do that. We are gonna start with a kickback, so we're reaching that leg long, and then bending it back in. So I'm still in that medium or that blue spring. That feels like plenty right now, but you are welcome to go higher at any time. We really want to hone into that glute and hamstring. Heavy through left knee, right shoulder. Can you give me 5 more? Can you give me 4? Yes, you can. Last 3. Last 2. Last one, we hold that leg up, dips down towards the floor, look at that foot, and it comes down, up, It dips down towards the floor slightly. You lift it back up. You're gonna give me 6 like this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We come onto that left forearm. We bring that strap in for a moment, little break here, not for long. We're gonna open that leg. We reach it on an angle, knee to elbow. We're gonna try for 10. Good. You got 7 more. I wasn't kidding when I said this is gonna be a glute burn. I think we got about 3 or 4 more. Give me 2. Last one. Can we pulse it to the ceiling for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my God, my bum. And then we are going to take that strap, place it in the hand, and we are gonna come onto our left side. And we're gonna be on that forearm. And from here, you're gonna pull and squeeze that arm back, bent to elbow. You're gonna open the hip into a clam. You're gonna release that arm, lower the knee. You're gonna pull, clam, and release. We got 7 more. Everything is burning. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. And last one. Awesome job. You are gonna come up to sitting from here. We're gonna take that strap in that left arm. We are gonna rotate, punch, back to center. Don't let that strap pull you to the left. Good, for 9. For 8. For 7. 6. Last 5. Keep those knees pointing forward. 4, use those obliques to help initiate the movement. That rotation, last couple here. Good, give me 1 more. And then you can drop that strap. Before we turn this around, we are gonna face the front. Now you are welcome to bring this bar up. Actually, I'm gonna invite you to bring this bar up. I'm gonna say stay on a blue spring. If you want this to be harder, you're gonna go down in springs. And if you need some support, you're gonna add your lightest spring for support or switch to a spring that you know is comfortable. Your option 1 is pressing out with your knees and then coming back in. Your option 2 is your little press, your full press, knees down and in. If you want, you can just keep your knees hovered the whole time. You're gonna give me 8 more of whatever option you're choosing. Good, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you're gonna come on down and come into a child's pose. From here, we are gonna reverse all that. So we're actually gonna start with that punch rotation facing the other side. we'll come into that elbow and clam, and then we'll get into all that glute work and arm work again. So I'm sorry, but I am facing away from you. I'm grabbing the strap with my right arm. Knees are gonna point forward. Both of my bum cheeks are gonna be heavy. And for 10, we are rotating and punching to the left with our right arm. For 9, 8, take your breath with you. 7, 6, 5, 4, you're almost there. 3, 2, 1, and then you're going to take that strap. We are coming onto our side, and we're going to come into that pull and clamp. So start with your elbow squeeze, shoulder blade squeeze, and you clamp. We go for 10. Good, you've got 8. Try and keep those hips and shoulders stacked. 7, 6, 5. Stay supported through that supporting shoulder, so my right shoulder. Last 4. Don't rotate through low back. Last 3. Last 2. And last 1. Good job. And then from here, we are going to come into glute work. We are going to start from the beginning though, so we'll start with the straight kick back, leg arcs, and then come back onto the side for that angled glute press. So to start, we're on hands and knees. Again, if you need to scooch over to the left a little bit, totally fine. You're giving me 10. This is where you're going to find out which side's your stronger side. Good for 8. I'm going to try my best to count. 7. Take your breath with you. This is definitely my stronger side. Give me 5 more. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1, just 6. You dip it to the floor and press up for 5. Use that core, stabilize through that supporting left hand. Good, last 3. Last 2. You got 1 more. And then you come onto that right forearm, left hand. Left knee comes to left elbow for 10. Both glutes are burning for 9. You know we're finishing with that pulse in 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last 1, you hold, you pulse for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, and then you take that strap and place it in your hand. We are going into that arm arc, so left foot is on the carriage, right knee is on the box. We do a full arm pull. Continuing your breath, staying supported through that right arm. Elbow is straight here. Good. You're gonna give me 2 more. We hold back for 10 tricep extensions on this next one, or if you just go to failure, I'll accept that too. We bend the elbow for 10. Breathe through it. You can do really hard things. 9, 8, 7, Find your focus point. 6, 5. Take breaks if needed. 4. The side bird's extra. 3. You're almost there. 2, 1. Oh, and then you're gonna release that strap. From here, we're gonna do a little bit more core work, and then we'll get into a little bit of glute bridging, footwork, and feet and straps to finish things off. So you could do knees on the box, or you can do toes. I will demo knees first. Shins are supported. We just pull the carriage towards the wrist for our carriage pull. Maybe you add a push-up. Maybe you don't. This is your option 1. Option 2, toes are on the box and we plank to pike. Whatever option you want. You're here for 6 more, 10 total if you started later. Good. Last few here. Last 2. Last 1. And then if you didn't get to any push-ups, can you give me 5 knee supported? 1, 2, 3, 4. You can do it. 5. Whew. And then you are coming into a child's pose. From here, we're going to take the box off and just place it to the side. And then we are gonna go to 2 red spring. And if you have a band, you're welcome to add a band on for bridging. Otherwise, you're gonna lay on your back, hands by your side, heels, hands by your side. Toes are gonna be on that foot bar. So balls of foot on that foot bar. When you're ready, you're gonna curl up into that bridge, gauging through those abdominals, tucking that tailbone, and then you're gonna lower down. So big press, really squeeze the glutes, open the hips, and down. Can we keep those ribs tucked? Can we tuck that tailbone? Big exhale. Now, if it's feeling good for you, next time you're in your bridge, can you pause? Can you lift those heels? And then lower down. So we're adding the calves in for our last 6 reps or so. You're gonna feel this all the way up your leg for 5, 4, good, 3, really squeeze the glutes, 2, good, 1, you hold. Can you press that carriage out and back in? Good, and out. This one burns all the way up the leg. If you need to lower the bum, you lower that bum. Breathe through it. Can you give me 4 more? 3. Oh my God. 2, 1. Oh dear, you're gonna lower down. Bring those knees into your chest. Toes back on the bar. You're gonna press away slowly. You're just gonna pedal those feet. Shaking that out. Stretching that out. Good, and then you're gonna bend your knees to come on down. I'm currently on 2 red springs, and because we're doing a glute focus workout, I'm gonna encourage you to try 2 heavy springs for feet and straps, but by all means, you can go down to a heavy and a medium. But if you want those glutes and hammies to burn, it's a nice opportunity to try. But if you go heavier, make sure it doesn't go into your low back. If it does, that's a good sign you need to lower those springs back down. So we are gonna start in a frog. Cueing in abdominals, heels together, toes apart. Good, squeeze those heels. So feeling inner thighs here. Don't let those heels part ways. You're almost at the end. Holding those legs out. You're gonna rotate those toes in and then rotate the feet and hips out. So we're just gonna keep the feet, we're just gonna keep the hips and the legs stable, but the hips are rotating in and out. So I want you to really feel the ball rolling in the socket without the legs going up or down. Good, so that burn should build through those hips. Seeing how far out you can go into external rotation and seeing how far in you can go in internal rotation. You're gonna feel those deep rotators of the hips burning. Good, a couple more each direction. And then feet will come parallel. You're gonna let those legs come up to the ceiling. You're gonna press from under the bum, back of the thigh without those ribs arching away from the carriage, without the bum lifting off when the feet come up. Good. When you're ready, you're gonna start going into leg circles. We'll do about 6 each direction. Last 3. Last 2. Good. And reverse. 6 each way. 4 more here. 3, 2, 1. You're gonna take those straps up. If it feels comfortable, your bum can lift a bit for a hamstring stretch. And then you're slowly gonna take those straps off. Feet come to the bar. You're gonna sway those knees side to side. Knees come back to center, left ankle over right knee, hugging right leg into your chest to get through that left glute since we worked those glutes today. Holding this for 30 to 45 seconds or so. And then making sure you switch sides, maybe doing a few reps per side. Good. And then you're just gonna roll off to the side and push yourself up. Thank you for joining me for that very quick glute focus reformer workout. A little bit of full body there with some arms as well. So thank you for joining again. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, share with your friends, follow me on Instagram and TikTok if you want to see quick little flows on there as well. And comment what you'd like to see more of, and I would be happy to film more workouts for you.